anyone else feeling a sense of deja vu? Leah Edmund, Morgan Hintz, Sydney Hilly, and Linahan are all back as captains just like in week 2. I'm Savanna Collins with your weekly recap, but today we're going to take a deep dive into the leaderboard, start to look at who could be the 2023 champion, and explore why Morgan Hintz just keeps on winning. Morgan Hintz is 9-0 this season, 6-0 as a captain. Her teammates rave about her clear communication style and how detail-oriented she is about leading her teams. But I wanted to know, how do her teams continue to find success even though the rosters change every week and she's going up against different opponents? Well, one of the answers I came across was Team Hintz just doesn't make mistakes. In 6 games, her 2 teams have averaged just 8.5 attack errors a game. Twice, they've only committed 6 in an entire match. That's the lowest of any AU team ever. Their opponents, on the other hand, have an average of 16.3 attack errors. And this ties into hitting efficiency too. Of all their matches, the average efficiency of Team Hintz is 340. In all 3 AU volleyball seasons, her teams rank at the top in that category. And the same goes for serve-receive. Her teams are averaging about 2.3 serve-receive errors per game. So Team Hintz is just not going to make mistakes and give you free points. I think that's the thing that carries over between all her teams and every game that leads to her success. For the 3rd week in a row, Leah Edmund will be the gold team captain. This week, she didn't have a single error in serve-receive and upped her digs per game with 10 or more every match in week 3. She's consistently earning more and more stat points, with her highest this season with 537, the most of any athlete this week. All this might make you go, well, who can catch her on the leaderboard? And the answer to that is tricky. Leah's performances don't really drop off. She's averaging over 15 kills per game, and she's yet to have an off night, which of course is going to translate into MVP points. She's tied for 2nd in the league in that point category. Hintz is 197 points behind Edmund in 2nd place, but has an uphill battle to pass her as a libero despite her winning record. Leah dominates when it comes to stat points. I think the dark horse that you should have your eye on here is Cruz. She missed matches this past week and she'll miss Friday as well, but she's only 620 points out of 1st place. For Betty, that's ground she can easily make up with 2 weeks of the season left. Cruz earns anywhere from 100 to 200 stat points per game, plus she's often voted MVP, which she still leads the league in, by the way, with 220. So just because you haven't seen her on the court and she's 5th on the leaderboard does not mean Betty Cruz is out of the race to be a back-to-back champion. Linahan shot back into the top 4 after her best week at AU yet. She was the overall highest point earner in week 3 and had her best game of the season on Monday night for 409 total points and helped move her 8 spots back into being a captain, along with Sydney Hilly, who is staying in the top 4 this week. She'll lead the purple team. Making a 16-spot jump as your mover of the week is middle blocker Bastianelli. She moved from 35th to 19th on the leaderboard after 3 stellar outings. She had 15 kills along with 10 blocks and 10 block assists that contributed to the highest stat point week of her Athletes Unlimited career. AU Volleyball takes the court on Friday night at 7 p.m. for Team Linahan versus Team Hintz. Tune in for Team Edmund versus Team Hilly right after at 9:30. We'll see you then. Be unlimited.